Okay. So, who are we going to start with today? Eric. You're always like first on my screen. I don't know what's going on. So Eric from Sam and Mark.
Yeah, we had a really great meeting with Kate. Thank you very much, Kate. We asked basically which went through the PDF and asked questions about how we use the form, and personally I resolved one issue of how I would ask for income usability in mind.
Okay.
And Kate said putting a bunch of options in, so weekly, monthly, daily, hourly, and then just having it automatically calculate from that. And I thought that was great.
Okay. It's a good option. Something for us to bear in mind when we're also dealing with incomes. So do you have any questions, or are you just kind of cracking along on that?
Yeah, cracking along.
Yeah, we're good for now. We just need to lock down on kind of, I guess, going over everything that we went over in Teaching Tuesday. Probably by the end of the week, we'll try and have that sorted out. But.
Okay, perfect. So maybe we can schedule you guys for next week to go through your interview.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Okay. Just on our side, the civil action cover sheet, we just met with a SME that David arranged, and it was really helpful. And we've got some work to do this week, and then hopefully I was maybe thinking if we finish the rest of it by the end of the week, Quentin, could we meet with you beginning of next week to go through some of the programmatic questions that we have? I don't know what your calendar's looking like, but maybe we can just liaise with that offline. I don't know. Can Quentin hear me? Can anyone hear me? Okay.
I can hear you, yes. You're audible.
Sorry, Quentin?
Your sound seemed to be breaking up. I don't know if that was my fault.
No.
Yeah. It was all you, Quentin.
It was
all
you.
It was only me.
Just wondering for the civil action cover sheet, if we could meet with you maybe early next week to go through some of the programmatic questions that we had. I'll message you. Don't you worry. Okay. Cool.
Also, as a heads up, I think Quentin's going to probably start to get busy soon with housing related stuff that we're doing in parallel. So I just want to be conscious of his time and availability.
Okay.
It's an entirely unhelpful thing for me to say, but it seems like people need, because it's like what can we do about it? But now I want people to know that.
Okay, got it. Thanks, David. Okay.
And I'll start. I have to leave this meeting a little early for that reason, actually.
Okay. Stop already.
10 minutes, I'll be silent.
See, that was foreshadowing.
Okay, perfect. So then, Sinead and Finola, how are you guys doing on your issues, especially after Teaching Tuesday? Did that resolve?
Yeah, we're doing really well. We had a good meeting with Michelle today, and she helped us close a lot of the remaining issues. So the majority of the criticisms and the things that were pointed out during the presentation, I think
call them criticisms.
Constructive feedback.
Feedback have kind of been incorporated now. So we're just prepping for tomorrow's presentation. Michelle pointed out a few more things to consider for tomorrow. So we're working together to just set that up for tomorrow and have the presentation kind of run as smoothly as possible.
As a note, I want to say you've reached your MVP, like you fixed the issues that you had in your MVP, so you're like golden. So if you want to work on the other stuff, that's great. Or if you want to work on the documentation, if you think there's more work to be done on the documentation, I would prioritize those. And then if you have time to work on like one or two other issues, the issues are partially there for people in the future, right? So you don't have to solve all the issues. Therefore, whoever comes along to solve them. But congrats. Mainly congrats on reaching your MVP. That's amazing.
Is your presentation before or after stand-up tomorrow?
After, I believe.
Okay.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, we can work on those, Michelle. Thanks so much for today.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I know I joined late, but did we wish Sinead a happy birthday?
Everyone is messaging me saying it's Sinead's birthday. Like, I know, we wished her.
We should wish her another happy birthday for all the people who have come on.
Yeah, we should wish her a proper happy birthday, and I would like to have Abby sing a song when we stop recording. But obviously, she can't perform on demand, so.
That's true. I'm not even sure where Abby is right now.
Might...
Oh, I think they're out on the pool. We don't have a real pool, by the way. It's a kiddie pool. I didn't want people thinking
You're bougie.
Yeah.
Or you're like thinking that we can come over and swim.
That's right. It's a tiny little plastic kiddie pool. We fill up with the hose.
So I think David's gonna have.
I'm coming over to swim anyway.
David's gonna come and.
Hey, when you have broken air conditioning, you take what you can get.
So we will do a proper celebration at the end. But thank you for bringing that up, Jody and Mia. Okay, right. Mike, how's it going with you?
Good. Meeting tomorrow with Caroline, with Gordon,
yeah.
the motion to vacate housing. And from there, we're going to just make whatever edits we think we need to make. Consumer default, I haven't done much since yesterday. I pretty much made all the edits that we talked about with Matt. I don't know if we want to move that into like a plain language review or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Maybe like have me work on like a cover letter for it. I know we weren't 100% sure if we needed a cover letter or something like that for that.
I think maybe David, if you could. Oh, David's taking his earphones out. He's arranging the birthday call. So I think. I think the better thing to do would be the plain language review, because of the fact that we're not sure whether it's going to be accepted by the courts. I'm not sure if it's worth doing the cover page yet. So maybe, I'm not sure, Caroline, how's your day looking like? Could you maybe link up with Mike to do some language review on the debt?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay. And then Aubrey, Blake, and Matt were having the demo today, but is there anything else that you guys want to just update us with in the interim?
No, not really. We just kind of been mentally preparing for the demo.
It's not criticism, it's just a review. Okay. And everybody else is welcome to chime in. Yeah, Michelle?
Just wanted to, I have restored my code to the item potency issue that I was trying to describe to Quentin. So I just wanted to catch him before, in case you have time at some point today to, before you left, I just wanted to that actually explore. It's through different code, but same item potency issue.
We can solve that. I'm not sure that I'll have time today, unfortunately, Michelle. Just
okay.
But
is there anything else that anyone wants to speak to Quentin about that maybe he can? Not today, obviously.
I should have messaged him. That was, wrong thing to do. All right, sorry.
But obviously, as David said, just bear in mind Quentin's availability, and put stuff in channels instead of messaging Quentin directly is always a good idea as well. Okay, so we'll look forward to Aubrey, Matt, and Blake's presentation. I'm really excited for this one, and all of them. And I hope that we get some feedback from the team. And then, okay, who else have we got on this call that I'm missing? James, Jason, and Eleni. It's just James and Eleni.
Hello.
Hi.
So we, like, kind of same thing that's been happening. We've just been going on with our testing and things like that. I personally have a problem and I don't know what I should do. So I've been doing the testing. Like, we know that you're supposed to do the testing on your phone. So I was trying to do the testing on my phone. I don't know if it's just because my phone is old. It's an iPhone 5, but it won't, like, the PDF won't print any of the, like, words on it. Like, the form won't get filled out.
That's a problem,
So I don't know if it's my phone problem or can I just do
I have the same
computer?
problem on my phone for the iPhone 5. But when you email the form to yourself, it does have the stuff in it.
It didn't do it for me.
Did you email it to yourself and open it on your computer?
Oh. So you're saying at no point does the phone reveal the values in the fields on the PDF, Michelle?
Yeah.
Makes it sound like you're opening all of the PDFs, because that's probably the problem. It just doesn't know how to deal with the form information.
In mine, it did okay with the preview. It just didn't do well with the downloadable one, with the signed one.
Eleni, I'm wondering if you could, I'm not sure if you know how to do this, to record your screen on your iPhone.
Yeah, my phone doesn't have that.
Does iPhone 5 not do that? What? I'm sure I had.
It's
no.
old.
Okay, maybe
well,
what
my
you could
phone's
do.
older. If maybe it does do it, and you just don't know. Because
Maybe
I
what
think
we could. Sorry.
I think somebody sent me instructions for doing it. I didn't do it, but I think you can. Eleni, did you are you sure you can't do it, or you just don't know how to do it?
So maybe we'll troubleshoot this problem
Yeah.
more
Sorry.
offline, and
That's what I'm
back.
thinking, is that we can
I'll
try and
figure
maybe
it
deal
out.
with this. But it's a good catch, Eleni. Thank you very much for that, because
So also, Eleni, you can email it to both Michelle and me. It's saved to your phone, right? So at least you could email it to Michelle and me. We can send you our email addresses, and we can look on our phones and see if that's the same, if we get the same problem.
Like the PDFs or the interview, you mean?
The PDF.
Sure, I can forward them to you guys.
Is that right, Michelle? You think it makes sense?
Yeah, that works for me. You can, I mean, they may change along the way as they get processed by stuff, but
But I was saying this is a good catch, because it's hypothetically speaking, if Eleni was a user and she just filled this out and then she looked at the preview on her phone and it didn't fill in, you know, the reason that she's filling it in on her phone is probably because she doesn't have access to a computer or something like that. So there's no thing that you can email it or something like that. So I really think that this is something that it's a really good catch. And Eleni, maybe you can make something about it in the testing channel, and we can have a kind of a troubleshooting meeting where, even at worst case, you know, you can hold your phone up and just tap through and show us.
Yep, and you can send me the link. I can try the form myself on the phone.
Okay, so the action points
to the interview, right? Link to the interview.
So the action points for you, Eleni, are to make a message in the testing channel, please, just with the link and kind of just 2 sentences about what you just said now about how it's not working, and then we'll try it out and maybe have a meeting to try and troubleshoot that.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Cass.
That's good.
So otherwise, you guys are just still testing. Sorry, Quentin.
Yeah.
Later, Quentin.
Yep, I think it has to do with us flattening or not flattening the PDF. So that's something for us to think about, just as a lead for what might be the problem.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Okay. And then we've got Vinny and Matt and Mia.
Yeah, so we're just still making the tests and running through those, and then also I'm just creating the review screens for to like make edits and make changes. Aubrey showed me that this morning, which was very helpful.
Thank you, Aubrey. Do you guys have that in your code now that we're gonna see?
Kind of. I have one that's not working, so I was gonna a few minutes at the end actually could troubleshoot the one that's not working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely do that. And that's also just a reminder that Aubrey put up, is that when you do your demo or review, you know, like what we've done now with our SME, is that you can almost show them what you want to do and how you want to get there. And if you need help to do that, then this is a good time to raise those issues. Okay, so I think with that being said, is there anything else that anyone needs to add before we do the demo? Me and Jody.
Yeah. I just need like maybe 10 to 15 minutes of your time today.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. I'm free from like 4 after this. I've got a meeting from 2 to 4.
Perfect. Done.
So I'll message you at 4.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No. Okay, so now we get a chance to sing to Sinead. It's on the recording. Happy birthday. Everyone has to do it otherwise.
We have to unmute. Okay.
I have to warn you that because of
Mia!
time.
Yeah, just ignore what you hear from everybody else.
Yeah, that's so perfect.
Thanks, Mia.
Yay.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sinead. Happy birthday to you. You want to sing? Not recording.
Oh, we are recording. Wait, we're stopping the recording.
Too late.